Yo, although last season came completely out of left field, for Commanders fans, yo, Commanders faithful, dare I say, Redskins faithful, after so many years, bro, of just being in the basement of the league, an afterthought, a laughing stock. And we came into this season with realistic expectations, high hopes. And to have this season play out the way that it has played out, bro, has been, I won't even say it, frustrating, debilitating is a more accurate word. Man, downright heartbreaking. It's probably more apt. What the fuck was Jayden Daniels still doing in the game, yo? Man, in DC, man, heads need to roll. In this episode, I'm going to tell you whose neck, man, needs to be Charlie Kirk, man of steel strong. And that still wouldn't help. I'm going to tell you what direction heads need to roll. And I'm not going to be nice about it. Let's talk about it.
Yo, what's good, everybody? My name is Cosmic, and I want to welcome you to my channel, Opinion Stated, where I give unfiltered, opinionated sports takes. Let's go.
Yo, what's good, everybody? My name is Cosmic. I want to welcome you back to my channel, Opinion Stated. Man, this is going to be a very tough episode for me. This will more than likely be my final NFL video or episode of the year. I'm not posting about the Commanders anymore, bro. I wouldn't give a shit if we went out and make the playoffs somehow. I am not making another video this season for the Commanders. And it's not because I don't love them. It's because I love them so much, bro, that I refuse, bro. I refuse to do this whole, oh, they corrected this. Oh, we're doing that right. Oh, we're doing, I don't give a shit. I don't care anymore this season. Going back to Switzerland. Literally. I'm neutral for the rest of the football season. I'm just going to go back to just being a football fan. I'm going to watch everybody. I ain't reporting on nobody. Fuck the NFL. Fuck your favorite team. Before I dive deeply into this content, though, do me a huge favor. Man, like the video. Liking the video helps us cruise along algorithm avenue, helps us get into the presence of individuals just like yourself who might be interested in this kind of content. Also, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, helps you to stay in the loop as to when my newest non-Commanders episodes are uploaded. Namely like this one. Now I'm going to burn it down with this one, bro. I'm not even playing around. Without further ado, I am entitling this episode, Jayden deserves better. And Jayden Daniels deserves better, bro. I have so much information that I'm going to get into in this episode. I am not going to belabor the point. I'm going to save all my commentary for where it is necessary. Let's address this 4-quarter game plan. First quarter, we're going to talk about, or I'm going to share with you, an Associated Press article. Then I'm going to get into an ESPN article. I am then going to get into the blame game. And then from the blame game in the third quarter, I'm going to move into the fourth quarter, and we're going to have a tough talk. And so without further ado, I'm going to address this Associated Press article. Man, if you have a weak stomach, man, this image, I promise, man, is incredibly gruesome. It was incredibly gruesome to see. This article from Greenwich Times, penned by Noah Trister, was penned yesterday, actually. Jayden Daniels leaves game after Washington's quarterback non-throwing arm bends gruesomely. And they show the picture. I'm just going to say, bro, in the game itself, at that juncture of the game, and even before then, I was like, why is Jayden Daniels still in the game, bro? Much through the third quarter, I was just like, bro, get him out of there. This game is over, bro. This game is over, bro. Did Dan Quinn have a parlay that he was trying to make sure that Jayden got enough passing yards for? Like, what the fuck was he still doing in the game, bro? Get this man out of the game. That is how you protect a valuable asset, a star player. All of your stars. Get them out of the game. Throw in the backups, bro. Let them work it out. We live to fight another week. Unfortunately. And that wasn't the case. Getting into this article. Daniels' non-throwing arm bent gruesomely, and the star quarterback had to leave Washington's 38-14 loss at Seattle on Sunday night with 7:29 remaining in the fourth quarter. 7:29 left in the game. What the fuck is this kid doing in the game with less than 8 minutes to go in a blowout, bro? Why is he in the game, bro? It's the third and perhaps most significant injury of the season for Daniels, who was in his first game back from a hamstring issue. It's really tough to see him go down. You just want him to stay positive. Commanders linebacker Bobby Wagner said, "You don't know what the result is. You just speak a lot of positivity into existence. He's a very positive person, so we're just praying for the best." Commanders coach Dan Quinn, fuck you, Dan Quinn, said Daniels injured his elbow. You know, initially when the sack happened, number one, bro, I was disgusted because I'm like, yo, man, the Joker's just being allowed to throw him around like a rag doll out there. Like, come on, bro. They don't take all that. I thought this was the day and age where the quarterback was being protected. And he was just flung to the ground, number one, physical sport. All right, maybe I'm being a little sensitive because it's my quarterback, right? But when the camera panned away from him hitting the ground, showed whatever it showed, the crowd reactions or the defensive players or players' team reactions, and then it flashed back to Jayden on the ground. Initially, the way that it showed, his right hand was stretched out on the same leg that he was kicking against the ground. I could be mistaken; it could have been whatever the opposite leg, but it appeared to me that his right hand was holding, just down by his side, and he was kicking that leg. And I was thinking he may have injured his knee. I was like, oh man, that's the fucking knee again, right? And when the replay was so quick that maybe they didn't catch it, and then they caught it, and they were just like, "Whoa, cut that off." But when the replay came back and it showed his elbow, you know what I mean, just kind of hyper extended, it was real quick. I was like, "Whoa, that's a dislocated. If it's not a clean break, that's a dislocated elbow." I was just thinking from what I saw, right? I'm no medical professional, but I was saying, like, damn, bro. And instantly my head sank, and when they went to the point of being like they're bringing out a cast, and Dan Quinn's looking like he's about to cry now, and I just turned the TV off. I turned the TV off in disgust, bro, because I was like, again, bro, why is this man in the game right now, bro? He means far too much to this organization. Fuck the season. He means far too much to the future of this organization than to be treating him like. That was about the extent of the post-game update. Quinn didn't have much of an explanation for why Daniels was still in the game. Washington was trailing 38-7 at the time. Obviously, like the hindsight, you don't want to think that way, where an injury could take place, Quinn said. Obviously, we're more conservative in that spot to run and hand off and not have reads to go, but just the end result, obviously, I'm bummed, as you fucking should be. In addition to the hamstring injury, Daniels also missed 2 games earlier this season with knee issues. Although an injury to Daniels' non-throwing arm isn't necessarily career-altering, Commanders fans can hardly be blamed for immediately fearing the worst. It was on the same field about 13 years ago against the same opponent that Robert Griffin III went down with a severe knee injury at the end of a sensational rookie season for Washington. He never reached those heights. Again, to columnists, to sports pundits in the legacy media, the mainstream media, and also on YouTube, man, could you guys please just listen to Jayden's mom, Regina? Stop trying to manifest RG3 on this young man. Please, bro. Like, words have such power, bro. Please stop it, bro. Knock it off. Please. I beg of you. If you do not understand how powerful words are, just take it from me. Stop. Knock it off. Moving into the article. The Commanders fell behind early Sunday and trailed 31-7 at halftime, and Daniels had to do plenty of scrambling. He ended up running for 51 yards on 10 carries, and the injury underscored the risk in doing that. I think that's his nature. He wants to be aggressive and make plays, Quinn said. He's got confidence in other players. I do know that. So it's not like I have to do more. I have to do things that are outside of playing in that way. We also have to have everybody. Injuries happen, and you hate it. As a rookie last season, Daniels led Washington to the NFC Championship game, its best season since 1991. Now the Commanders are 3-6 after 4 straight losses. If the season can be salvaged, it may have to be with Marcus Mariota at quarterback. During those moments, when Daniels was slow to get up, however, it was the long-term future that seemed like the bigger issue. Indeed. I didn't see what happened exactly. I just heard a pause, and I kind of put my head down and prayed for him, Commanders guard Sam Cosmi said, who's returning from a knee injury of his own. You just don't want to see that happen. And so, man, again, that be in the Associated Press article. Obviously, man, it's not a thing that you want to see happen. I'm going to move into the second portion of the game plan, second quarter, man. Let's talk about this ESPN article. Commanders' Dan Quinn says he left Jayden in too long. You don't fucking say. This article on ESPN was penned by John Kahn. Commanders coach Dan Quinn on Monday said he should have removed Jayden Daniels before that drive that ended the second-year quarterback dislocating his left elbow, a distinct change from what he said shortly after Washington's loss to Seattle on Sunday night. I just missed it, Quinn said. That is 100% on me. It is certainly 100% on you. 100%. Thank you for taking accountability there. As though we didn't know. Oh, all the plenty of blame to go around? Nah, bro. This rests squarely on your shoulders. Where was your head, bro? Where was your head? As a head coach, you do not get opportunities like that again. You do not get an excuse in this situation for such a pea-brain decision, bro. Terrible. Terrible. Quinn said they're still awaiting further testing on Daniels' elbow to determine the next course of action, but the coach said it would knock him out a while for sure. An x-ray after the game showed no fracture. Knock him out of the game for a while. Man, if Jayden Daniels plays again this season, I'm going to stop liking the Commanders. That is not a hot fucking take. That is reality. If he comes back and plays again this season, I'm going to stop liking the Commanders, bro. Because you guys don't give a fuck about this kid, bro. If he comes, there ain't no season left. This kid should not play again. He should work on his health for the rest of this year. Let him get back to 100%. Let him work on strength and conditioning for the rest of this year, bro. This shit don't mean shit. This kid should not suit up again, bro. He should not suit up again this year. It's crazy, bro. Washington won't be signing another quarterback at this time. Quinn said Marcus Mariota will start in place of Daniels, with Josh Johnson as his backup. Sam Hartman is on the practice squad. After the game, Quinn said he did not give any consideration to removing Daniels at that point in the game. Quinn said he did not give any consideration to removing Jayden Daniels at that point in the game. There was 12:30 left when Daniels and the starting offense began that drive. 3 minutes into the fourth quarter, while you are getting smoked. While you are getting smoked, bro. You gave no consideration to taking out your star young quarterback? Bro, that is not just egregious. That is a fireable offense. That is negligence, bro. That is negligence, bro. That is a fireable offense, bro. I can respect the accountability, bro, but you deserve to be fired. And I don't call for people's jobs, bro. It's crazy. According to ESPN's research, Daniels was pressured on a career-high 51% of his dropbacks Sunday night, including 61% in the second half. This kid was being pressured. He was running for his life. He was running for his life, bro. He was hit 14 times, according to True Media, the second most he had been hit this season in week 2. Daniels was hit 17 times against Green Bay, with one of those hits to his knee, resulting in a sprain and a 2-week absence. How much of a beating do you need this young man to take? How much of a beating? That's why I wanted him out. I was like, bro, it ain't worth it tonight. Get him out of there. Scream at the fucking TV. Get him out of there. But on that final drive against the Seahawks, Daniels handed the ball off 4 times and threw 5 passes before the play in which he got hurt. On the previous 5 passes, he was chased out of the pocket on 1 rush, but avoided getting hit. He was injured while scrambling to his right after opting not to hand off to running back Chris Rodriguez. If ever there was a time, man, that I wish he could have just handed the ball off, bro. Didn't matter because he should have been in the game anyway. Without a defender rushing at him and impacting his ability to throw to the right side, Daniel chose to scramble, and as he was tackled, his left elbow bent backward. Quinn said they weren't going to call any plays in which a quarterback might run. Honestly, that's why I missed it, Quinn said. Of course he scrambled. It's Jayden. It's what he's special at. Ooh, that's the buck. I mean, of course, I ain't calling him that he scrambled from, but you know what I'm saying? But that's Jayden. He scrambled. Like, of course he scrambled because the fucking pocket was collapsing. What else could he do? He was pressured 61% of his dropbacks in the second half. This kid's just thinking, man, oh, yo, survive. What do you expect him to do? What do you expect him to do, bro? He said that was going to be the last series for Daniels and a handful of other starters. Yeah, hindsight being 2020. Man, had he not got hurt, bro, that was going to be the last time that we had him out there. You know what I'm saying? We was going to sit him down. You know what I mean? Like, we was going to get him out. Motherfucker. It's atrocious, bro. Utterly atrocious. The hindsight part is the hardest one, Quinn said. That's what I think about all night and nonstop. You should. This shit should haunt you forever, bro. Daniels missed 3 games earlier this season with injuries, 2 with a sprained knee and another with a hamstring issue he suffered The first injury on the initial play of the fourth quarter at Green Bay in week 2, trailing 17-3. Another situation where, yeah, you should leave him in the game, bro. We're only down 2 scores. You know what I'm saying? He was hit by a helmet to the left knee, but he stayed in the game, showing no visible signs of an injury, and capped off the series with a touchdown pass to make it a 1-score game. Moving through the article. He also hurt his hamstring early in the third quarter of a game at Dallas, getting tackled in the pocket by a free blitzer. Teammates were upset by what happened Sunday night, just distraught. Tight end Zach Ertz said, "I care about Jayden the person much more than the player. The player's phenomenal, one of the best players in the league. He meant so much to me. To see him down like that in pain is tough. Football is a tough sport, a physical sport. To see injuries like that is difficult. I care more about Jayden the person much more than Jayden the player." Remember that statement from Zach Ertz. I'm going to come back to that later. Quinn also said he won't be making any changes to his defensive staff, but he did say that the defensive coordinator, Joe Witt Jr., will move from the press box to the field. The Commanders ranked 28th in yards allowed and 22nd in scoring and 31st in both categories over the past 4 weeks. It's players, it's coaches, it's all of us, man, Quinn said. We're capable of playing these calls and playing them better, and I'm certain of it. My belief in the players is high, and the staff is high. He's not making any changes to his defensive staff. Keep that in mind also. Because we're going to move into the third quarter, man, and I'm going to address this blame game. There is plenty of blame to go around for what has been happening on the field as a unit beyond Jayden being hurt this year. Beyond Jayden being hurt in that game versus Seattle. There's plenty of blame to go around, but to help encapsulate what I am entitling the blame game, I have one more short article from rigosrag.com, penned by Ryan McCafferty. Commanders have the perfect Joe Witt Jr. scapegoat hiding in plain sight. Fuck you too, Joe Witt Jr. Fuck you too, respectfully. If it hadn't already arrived, we've officially reached the tipping point of the Washington Commanders' 2025 season. Everything that could have gone wrong had already gone wrong, and it somehow got even worse. Washington trailed the Seattle Seahawks 28-0 in the first half on Sunday Night Football and ultimately lost 38-14. Then, in the closing minutes of a blowout, quarterback Jayden Daniels suffered what's likely a season-ending injury to his left elbow, which had better be a season-ending injury to his left elbow. The Daniels injury will be the focus all week, but let's not let the Commanders' defense off the hook. You motherfucking right, we're not. For yet another disastrous showing. This is the type of loss that gets people fired, the article says. And Washington has one clear candidate for the first head to roll. Commanders could make Tommy Donatell a scapegoat for ongoing defensive frailties. Why the fuck would they make Tommy the scapegoat? You don't need a scapegoat here. You don't need a scapegoat. But the article continues. The Commanders specified 2 weeks ago that they won't fire defensive coordinator Joe Witt Jr. in season, although after this performance, that may change. Then again, what's now officially a lost season, what would even be the point? I'll tell you what the point would be. The point would be to show that we are moving in a new direction, a better direction, that the team, that the fans, that Jayden deserves better, that all of us have a standard that we in our hearts carry as fans, and that the organization should be looking to uphold as a culture. That's why. That's what difference it would make. If there are any immediate firings after the Week 9 defeat, it will likely start at the positional level. One of Washington's individual groups has massively underachieved expectations all year, with scheming to blame for much of the disappointment. That would be, of course, the defensive backs. Marshawn Lattimore, who also left the contest with an injury. Good riddance, Marshawn. God bless you, bro. No offense. No offense, bro. Your time is up in the league. It is clear. It's clear, bro. Had nothing to do with an injury to you prior to. You just can't play football at this level anymore, bro. And it's okay. It's okay. Back to the article. Marshawn Lattimore, who left the contest with an injury, has been a shell of his former Pro Bowl level self. Mike Samberstill has regressed from a strong rookie campaign, though he has at least been active in forcing turnovers, catching his third interception of the year against Seattle. Rookie Trey Amos has been the bright spot, and even he's gone through his noticeable growing pains. At some point, it falls to coaching. Defensive backs coach Tommy Donatell was part of the staff assembled by Dan Quinn in 2024, and whether justified or not, he's an obvious scapegoat candidate. He's certainly not where the Commanders' problems start and end, but he's not contributing to any solutions either. With all due respect to the author of this article, bro. With all due respect. I don't want no scapegoat firings, bro. I don't want any scapegoat firings. I don't want any.
You the problem, not me. I was telling him what I wanted him to do. You know what I mean? That he didn't get these guys ready. It's like his fault.
It ain't his fucking fault. It's not his fault. Not by himself. All he can do is scheme up players at the position that he's given to coach and to scheme up the plays for. And if the defensive coordinator doesn't like what Tommy's scheming up, then he has the final say to step in and override those and say, nah, bro, that ain't the way. It should be this. We need these kinds of schemes to fit the kinds of plays that I'm going to be calling in. And that ain't working. I didn't see that happening. Did y'all? I saw it happening in spots occasionally. But realistically, when you go back and look at film, you can see that, man, a few of those, there was some tight coverage played. Some of those too, man, we were fortunate that grabs just weren't grabbed, that players were just kind of underthrown, overthrown, while giving respect to the DBs for actually holding it down when they were supposed to hold it down like they were being paid to do. But otherwise, it's coaches and schemes and discipline, bro. Lack thereof. The Commanders' coaching staff will be under more fire than ever this week, especially after Daniels was hung out to dry. Especially after Daniels was hung out to dry and ultimately injured in the fourth quarter. Something is going to have to give. And someone is going to take the fall. Someone's should take the fall. It's only a matter who. It's anyone's guess as to which members of the Washington coaching staff will survive this season. It seems like a good time to start cleaning house. And Donatello may be the first to go. As for the underperforming players, some of them should also be nervously looking over their shoulders with a trade deadline looming large. I was looking at, you know what I mean, the results of the trades that were taking place all across the league today. And, I mean, to be honest, who the fuck would trade for any of this bullshit? Who the fuck in the league would want any of this trash? Who would want any of this trash on our defense? Who would want? I'm not a fan of us, man, continuing to trade away our valuable assets that are draft picks. So in retrospect, I don't want to see us shuffling the deck by bringing in has-been. Ooh, they showed a glimpse in a couple years ago. Fuck all of them. Build through the draft. Build through the draft like every other good team does. Like every other self-respecting team does and has done in the 30-plus year gap that we have been fucking ass, bro, as a team. I'm sick of it, bro. From old ownership to new ownership coming in doing the same weirdo. Stop it, bro. So, as I dig into the blame game, like I said, man, there's plenty to go around. You can see represented here on the graphic. I first want to start in the back row with Terry McLaurin. Terry, pro, I can understand getting your bread. I can understand wanting your money. I can understand wanting to secure your money. But let this be a lesson to you and to everybody else. And let this be a lesson to any GM with a backbone that should come in after Adam Peters. Fuck Adam Peters too. Bro, you have a job to do. You know you're going to pay the player. Pay the player. Play this game. It's weird. Terry wasn't handled properly. And so it left him to sit out an absurd amount of time and not get his body ready to play in this game. Terry is culpable, and so is Adam Peters culpable. And so as I talk about Terry and my disgust for him, which I've expressed, I give some to Adam Peters also. Do fucking better, bro, or get the fuck. Get rid of him too. Joe Witt Jr., who sits over his shoulder, man, bro, you're not qualified to do this thing. You're just not. You're just not. Because qualification would have been you taking people out of position, or out of the position that you had them in. Like Marshawn Lattimore, who was getting fucking smoked. Who when he got hurt, finally, you move somebody else over to that corner spot, who was Mikey Sanders still. Should have been moved Mikey over there. You should have been moved him over there. You should have moved him over there in the Green Bay game, live action, when it was happening, while they were torching his ass. You would have said, whoa, this ain't it. That's what an actual coach would do, to be like, yo, bro, let me shuffle some things around because this ain't working. So that would have showed me that you were adept to do the job that you were put in position to do. But the fact that you just roll the same squad out there every single week, the same schemes, the same everything. It ain't just Tommy. If we're going to fire Tommy, we firing your monkey ass too. Get out of here. Kick rocks. Care where you go. You're not qualified to be here. Moving on. Moving on to Cliff Kingsbury. You just can't do it, bro. You appear to be incapable of doing it. I don't care if you go someplace else and shine. Can't do it here. You got to go too. You got to go too, bro. You got to go too. You have to understand the personnel that you have. You have to understand who Jayden is. You got to call in plays, man, that fit with what this kid has. I don't care about check downs being him using his legs after he's exhausted all possibilities for checking the... Bro, I don't care. Put this kid in a position to succeed with the plays that you are calling in. Put him in position with the plays that you're calling in. Dan Quinn has the override there and has a responsibility to actually look at what's been called and be like, nah, bro, this ain't working. Being defensive minded, he certainly should have been on Joe Witt's ass to be like, bro, I'll call the plays if I need to. This ain't working. I'm going to call the shots if I need to. This ain't working. I didn't see that this season. Cliff Kingsbury, you are also incapable of handling the job, the role and responsibility based on what I've seen. Have you guys seen something different? Because I ain't seen it. Dan Quinn, you need to go too, bro. I can respect the accountability. I can respect, as I said in a previous episode, hearing you constantly say the right things in practice. The right thing. The right thing is not translating over to the right thing being done on the field, bro. And so if you can't reach these guys, and maybe you're not the person that can reach these guys or the guys to come in the future, you need to go to. Clean fucking house, bro. Clean house, bro. Clean house. Let's restart. All over again. Let's do it over. Let's do it over, bro. Jayden deserves better. And so moving into the fourth quarter of this game plan, just hear me out, bro. Here's the tough talk. You know, in saying that Jayden deserves better, I'm not even going to drag this, bro. Man, if we cannot do better by this kid, I would much prefer to see him have a great NFL career in another uniform, bro. Do not fuck this kid's career up, bro. Don't do that to him, bro. This kid deserves better, bro. He deserves better. Fans deserve better, bro. We deserve better. And so if you're not going to build a contender around him, doing it through the draft. I don't care about going out, grabbing has-beens. Everybody else uses their draft picks to bring in young, fresh talent. Get them ready. Figure it out. Put some wily veterans in around some brand new, fresh people, but some capable, fresh rookies. Every other team in the league does it. And I've watched them do it for 30 plus years. What the fuck is wrong with our organization when it comes to it? Bro, it's so frustrating, bro. It is utterly, I'm speaking as a fan, bro. It is utterly, it's debilitating, bro. Year after year to watch this team just implode before we even get off to a good enough start. It's disgusting, bro. It's disgusting. So if we cannot do right by Jayden Daniels, bro, let him go someplace else. At least he has enough value for us to swap him right now for a bunch of our draft picks back that you guys have squandered by giving away to other people over the years. Just ship him and just get back a whole bunch of pieces, a whole bunch of draft picks that we can then go out and just draft some pieces to put together a decent team. Because a quarterback like Jayden Daniels, man, is a once-in-a-generation talent. We are going to fuck this once-in-a-generation opportunity up. And before I see that happen to this kid, I would much prefer him not waste away in Washington, bro. I love this team. I love this team, bro. But I do not want to see this kid go out like that, bro. It's just not cool. It's not cool, bro. And so this is a very tough episode for me as a fan because it puts me back into that energy and that mindset where I just feel like, bro, I don't have the heart to root for anybody else, bro. But I just want my team to roll out a good team, even if it takes us 4 or 5 years to build into that. But it shouldn't take 30. It shouldn't take 30 years, bro. So that's the basis of this episode. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Until then, take care of yourselves. Blessings.